what I do with all the lobster fins. So, I don't know if you wouldn't join me on my live up there, but let me put this down just a little bit. There we go. So, how I get these is when they're wet. If you don't put them on these boards, I do parchment paper in the boards like this. And I just line them up. So if you don't do this, here's what's going to happen. Is they're going to come back to life, but they're not going to be flat. So this makes them dry out flat. Oh, let me turn on so I can see if there's comments here. Hang on. Thank you. All right. Now we go here. View your channel. It says you're live. Okay, here we go. Now, what if I turn that? If that would be better. Let me try turning this. If I turn this, does it make it? Okay. Let me see if that did anything. Did I shut my show down? No, it didn't. Never mind. That didn't work. Let me go back to where we were. Sorry, everybody. Let's get you up just a little bit. Right there. Okay. Alright. I got to figure out how to do streaming in YouTube in the full screen. I apologize. But I guess if you're watching from a phone, this is pretty good. So, this one would be a nice two-piecer. I gotta make sure the board's only that long. So, we'll just keep going. I'm gonna make nice earrings out of these. These are the fins underneath the shell. Let me show you a lobster. Oh, cool. This one has one. I normally cut them all off, but here's one that I've taxidermied. This would be a female, and see how long her things are? This would be a male the same size, and they would be that short. But these ones have been epoxy. Yeah. Those were nice ones too. I should have kept them. Oh well. So that's basically what I take off, and then I dry them out, and then I epoxy them, and then I'll make earrings out of them, or I'll make a nice medallion for your chain. All right, let's just keep on rocking. We're rocking in the free world. That one's kind of unique right there. I like that one. And then we'll just run down the other side. This is a nice big one. Where are we at here? So we start here, and we end up right. We can go all the way to there. All right. Oh man, now I'm just making a mess. That sucks. What's going on here? Alright. Well, now we know. We're going to get that all the way up to the edge like that, and we'll just rock them. Hello, Oliver. How are you? Do you need to go potty? Do you need to go potty, buddy? Or did you just come out to say hi? Huh? Let me get you out potty, and then we will continue with the show. All right, buddy. Hang on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go potty. Good boy. Grab the flashlight. Go on. Go on. Get out there. we had a mountain lion kill our house cat the other week. So we're on high alert when we have 2 English bulldogs. And when they go out potty, we're on a little bit more alert than normal. Good boy. You all done? Good boy. All right. Back to the show. The show must go on. So we got these beauts. I would really like to make sure they stay. I mean, look at the size of this tail. And I can't believe I have the whole thing. This is going to be amazing. This isn't even going to be big enough for that. That was that big one that I got. Super excited about that one. Super excited. Oh, these 2. That's a nice one too. Alright, so we'll keep this. This one's going to be nice too. So these will still keep in the water. They don't need to be in the alcohol anymore. And these ones will switch to water too. These I'll pin up tonight on the board. We'll do that on my show. And this week we'll process these. And what we'll do with these is I'll show you what we do with them. We're going to epoxy them. This is a 15-pound lobster's fin. It's a male. So see how they're epoxied? Here's little ones that I can make little earrings out that have been epoxied, right? So they just hang and dangle. Very nice. So we have a whole bunch of those. That's what we're going to do here. We're just going to make these flat so they dry out very nice and flat. And then I'll spend the day epoxy them. And this one hasn't been epoxied yet. So I'll epoxy this. And then what we'll do is we'll drill holes in it. And then I can put it on a neck. You name it, I can do it. I mean, look at these. What a thing of beauty, right? So this is what the end result would look like. Give me 1 second. This right here. So these are some epoxied fins of just an average size lobster. I mean, that is pretty good looking right there. What are you doing? I'm taking apart lobsters that I caught during lobster season, and I'm doing 100% sustainability. I'm going to make a jacket. I'm making earrings from their 100% sustainability. You know what I'm saying? So I take the meat out. I turn the meat into sausages. And then the rest of this, I just take the bodies and I put them back together. But if the new thing is leather. Did you know if lobsters have leather? As soon as they're molting, they have leather. So you take the skin apart. And look at that. This one has already been processed. That's the lobster that was molting. And then now I'm going to put this on a jacket. My dive jacket. But I have the legs and everything. But this is like a 6-pound one. I have a 13-pound one in there. So I grabbed it on the opener. I forgot all about them because I was processing, making a whole bunch of videos about it. And lo and behold, it turns out that I had a whole bunch that I forgot about. I kept it in that solution right there for 2.5 months. Yeah, that's good. Hi, how you doing? Amy. Oh. How you doing? Wait, what's happening? Well, I'm taking apart lobsters, putting them back together. 100% sustainability. I'm going to make necklaces out of these, jewelry. Yes, I'm the guy that goes down and grabs them and kills them, and they're over 100 years old. Alright, you got issues with it, you got issues with it. Nothing I can do. I just gotta keep on keeping on and keep on living. And that's what I plan on doing. So, I know a lot of you are just disgusted that I can do this to an animal. Well, what's the other choice? You guys, your parents go and pay, I don't know, you can't even buy lobster in California. You can buy Maine lobster, the ones with the claws. You can't buy California spotty lobsters. They all go to China. China loves them, pays $100 a pound for them. So that's why you'll never see these in the stores here. I just happen to go get my own. I'm not allowed to sell them. I'm not allowed to do anything, but here's what I can do. I sure have fun, and that's what I'm doing. So now they're in here. What I'm going to do is I'll just run a couple screws through here. This parchment paper, they'll dry out, they'll be flat, and then I'll epoxy them like I epoxy the lobsters. That's why they look wet like that, right? And the fins will now be epoxied, and then you can put them on here. This fin is rare. It's from a 14.10 pound lobster that I saved and taxidermied for my friend. It started cracking. I had to use a Magnum condom because the tail was collapsing. Victory was mine. That's what's happening. If you find this entertaining, Jesus Christ, share me out. Let's keep this fucking thing going. If you saw my video earlier today, it's just 30 seconds on how I get the leather out of lobsters. There's nobody else doing this. Everybody's just happy to have a lobster. They don't care that they didn't even think about the leather. And to find 7 a day that are all squishy, and that's all I did for the opener. I didn't care. If it was big, I cared. Anything over 10 pounds, I cared. Now, you're asking, what do you do with the leather? Okay, thank you for asking that. Fucking great question. Well, I have the only one of one Air Force One boys and girls. Look at those sweet things. That's lobster skin from a lobster I grabbed. This is just I can unclip it right there. Getting rid of the red shoelaces, but look at the gaping asshole. That's a 15-pound lobster's gaping asshole right there. Nobody else has those. Stop with yourselves. Those are one-of-one Air Force Ones. I know they have a lobster edition, Nike. I know you little sneakerheads. I've been following. I figured it out. That right there is wow factor. That right there is worth a subscription. If you've watched this, you might as well subscribe. You know what I'm saying? That is that is amazing right there. I'm not stopping there. I have halibut leather. All that is halibut. I shot 43 halibut this year. 900 pounds of halibut that I just gave away. Can't sell it. Can't bargain with it. Can't trade it. I could give it to people. But I could come up with new recipe, new ideas, like I did with all the meat from the lobsters, instead of keeping it. Because here's the rules in California. You have a lobster, you have to keep it whole like this until you consume it. So you got to freeze these things whole. I do trips where I come home with 21. I'm on a trip, a boat for 3 to 4 days. You can have 3 a day, or 7 a day. Sorry, 7 times 3 is 21. The 4-day trips for people are good trips because if you mess up on one day or you're having an off day, you got another full day or half a day. We travel back, but 3 dives in the morning till noon to get your 7. Or to make up any days you had 6, so you need 1 here. That kind of thing. Heavily monitored by the wardens of California. I stay in compliance. The lobster dogs, they don't know. I mean, what the fuck? It's I caught it. You guys checked them on the boat. I brought it to a reputable meat market, quarter mile from my house, world renowned. They grinded it up, turned it into sausage. That's what they're known for. They're Bavarian sausage. Well, I fucking grinded it up and made fucking lobster sausages. Put them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and they're perfectly cooked. Then you take them from the microwave, you go put it on the barbecue, and you just paint the melted butter on them as you turn them. They're done. They're already cooked, but that's just for the sizzle, for the limes. And then you eat that. I'll tell you what. That is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, anyway, tonight's show, well, an earlier show, we were going over how I got the leather to this. It comes out in different stages. When the lobster's ready to take its shell off to grow, that's how they grow. They shed their shell, they crawl out of it. Then they're soft for about a week. And they're all in different stages. There's this stage, right, where this is not leather. It could be. I mean, my God. Look at the eyeballs, though. Right there. Ate the eyeball meat because it's all muscle. It's just like their tail. So we ate that for Christmas. We ate all the meat because this is all a muscle that moves the antenna. We ate that. This thing's just tremendous. I am so excited how this one turned out. So, I believe I'm the only one doing this. But me saying that makes me a narcissist, I guess. I don't know. These ones were a little bit further along in their getting hardness, but I grabbed them when they were soft. Now, I don't want soft ones. I want the ones that are, when you grab them, their skin, their shell falls apart. That was that 12-pounder. I got that. That's the youngest, most beautiful leather there is, where you can pull it out of the shell yourself. That's what I'm looking for now. So, I'm on the hunt. I'm up to 49 lobsters this season. I don't even live where there's lobsters. Where I dive, there's fish. There's normally halibut. That's what I go for during halibut season. I'm also doing shoes. These same shoes in halibut skin. All that up there, right there, is halibut skin. I have a 204-pound halibut. I have its skin. I got it from Alaska. I didn't bring anything back but its tail and its skin and its that's them right there. That's off a 200-pound halibut. That big, right here. Let me show you. That's the 200-pound halibut, 100% sustainability. Here is what a normal 30-pound halibut looks like. Let me just get the earrings. That's what a normal size 30-pound halibut looks like. This right here, this is a 204-pound halibut. Put a magnet on it, and we're just gonna rock it. Those were its cheeks. That's how big its cheeks were. And we even did a fish print of it. It's hanging on my door over there. So, just making the most of the kill. Kids can't even get mad at any of that. You know what I'm saying? You got a 204-pound halibut you caught. You got the world telling you you're killing. You know how many babies they fucking produce? Oh, I don't. I don't care. I don't care about your rules. I care about my rules. I did everything what the law says I could do. They said I could have a 204-pound halibut. I'm getting a 204-pound halibut. Oh, that is good. Martini's dirty. So, once again, we have the shoes. We have the fins. These in probably 2 days, I'll unscrew this, unbolt it, and then we will go ahead and we will put this back together. And we'll epoxy these. I'm also going down this week to grab 7 more. I'm going to go grab my 7, I don't know, maybe I'll get the world record. I'm looking. Anything that are 10 pounds and above, I need the buttholes. I'm into the buttholes, and I make them gaping. This is 11.9 pound lobster's butthole right there. This is a 14.10 ounce lobster's butthole, gaping. Nobody else has them. Now, with the halibut season coming upon us, man, I'm excited. And we're not even through lobster season. I have 2 more trips at the end of lobster season, which is the middle of March 15th. So 2 more trips there. I can get 21 on each of those trips, so I can come back with I can come back with 21, process them all, turn them into hot sea dogs is what we call them. If there's any leather, I can store that, because look, the reason why you have to store them whole in the freezer is so if the game wardens come and you have a whole bunch of tails in your freezer, well, here's the deal. They can't tell if they were legal-sized lobsters or not. Well, it just so happens I keep all my body parts. I need them for taxidermy. Boom. Leather, you can measure the leather all you want. I mean, check this out. Let me go get my lobster measure. Give me 1 second. I'll show you kids. So, this is how you measure a lobster. I'm just going to use this as my sexy. This is a gauge. It cannot go past this ring right here, the last ring on the tail. Now, if it's here and you push down and their eyeballs move, that means they're illegal. That's an $850 fine per lobster. Don't make that mistake, guys. Don't make it. But now we go, oh, well, okay. What about this one? Am I going to clear the tail? Uh-oh. Shit, yeah. Fucking winner. You don't want his eyeballs to move like this. I'll show you what the eyeballs look like when you're measuring. See its eyeballs right here? Watch this. Watch them move. Ready? Whoop, whoop, whoop. If you do that, and this part is over this part, let him go. It's not worth it. I don't care how close it is or not. If those eyeballs are moving like this, life lessons. Here's another one. Same thing. Look at. Clearly I'm a champion. This is what you wouldn't want right here, but if the eyeballs were moving. Now, I don't even care about that anymore. This one's a nice one. This is a fucking 7-pound lobster, maybe 8 pounds. Eyeballs moving. Look at that. This is almost 2, the size of 2. But then you get up into the trophy ones. What I mean by the trophy ones is that one behind me. That one behind me has over 500,000 views when I took the tail out of the meat. The meat out of the tail on it. I don't know if I said that wrong. So, when we epoxy these, I have 4 other ones that I caught. I'm going to turn off the heater. Now it's getting hot. Woo. I caught 4 other ones. And right before Christmas. Terrible, terrible conditions. Nighttime dive. I don't nighttime dive. I'm good enough where I get them in the daytime. They're vampires. They hide it in the day, and then they come out at night. They party and fuck at night. That's just what they do. So, that being said, man, I'm having a glorious life. This is what I'm going to do for 25 years. So all I need from you guys is to share me out. Subscribe, turn on the bell, whatever the fuck they say. I don't give a fuck about that. I just, I want to be able to live a life where instead of living up here during lobster season, I live where the lobsters are so I can go out and get 7 a day in my own boat. I got my own boat here. I take it down there. I buy a condo. Now I can go get 7 a day. So for a lobster season, I could have 35 a week. Up here, currently, you can have 2 halibut a day. I get so bored of getting my 2 halibut in one dive that on that same dive, I start poking them. I start telling them to come back tomorrow. I'll be here. Play by the rules. All right. You guys write the rules. I'll play by them. Down south, I can have 5 halibut. It doesn't make sense. They said that they were losing population. Well, then how can I see 25 on one dive? That doesn't make sense. I don't know who took your survey. Probably one of the smart college kids that never even been in the ocean, maybe? I don't know. But let's be honest. If a big dummy like me can go down and hand grab them and hand catch them and tap them on the head and say I'm going to be back, and then if I don't have my limit, I take out my Halley hammer that I invented. It's in my hand. Instead of shooting them with a spear gun, I just go punch him in the fucking head. Cheers, America. It's 2025, and I am not going to rest until I get my career going. So, I'm going to be going live all the time, anywhere and everywhere. Please follow me on all social media. That's all I can ask. Mostly it's about lobsters. But when it's not about lobsters, it's about halibut. When it's not about halibut, I got 2 adult kids that call me a narcissist and vow never to speak to me again. But the mistake is that I filmed my whole life. I recorded it. So, they kind of made a mistake there, but they listened to their narcissistic mother. It is what it is. My career. 25 years of this. You get the mostly diving part of it. Traveling, meeting people. Finding out their stories about their biggest lobsters that I've taxidermied because they want me to taxidermy their lobster. Turn it into art. And I've done this, and I have about, in my garage right here, I have probably 40 that are taxidermied, and I probably have 300 parts. 300 tails over the years. I kept the legs. I did exactly what I'm doing with the leather. This is leather. Look at. That's its front legs. But this is completely leather. This is going to be fun. Fun little project for me. So, all that being said, cheers to everybody. Thank you for watching. Follow, turn on the bell, share me out, leave comments, but most of all, have a great night, man. That's all. Hey, thank you.